Hey everyone, I'm FMGreeno and welcome along to episode 32 of the Greeno Tour. This is my FM21 European journeyman where I can only manage at teams I've seen play live or have been to their stadium for some reason. If you're enjoying the series so far, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and set your notifications so you don't miss any of the episodes as they drop. Today, we have got a very big episode for you. A big game in the league against Reading, followed by a trip to Old Trafford in the FA Cup. We were last together for the Crystal Palace game on Boxing Day, if you remember, where we came away with a creditable 1-1 draw. We followed that up by beating Oldham 3-0 away, and everything was looking rosy. Not for long, though. Birmingham came to our place and beat us 5-1, absolutely smashed us all over the park. And then we travelled to London to play West Ham, lost 2-0. West Ham are flying at the top of the table, mind, so no disgrace there, I guess. Fortunately, we managed to turn things around fairly quickly. Beat Portsmouth at home, beat Crewe in the FA Cup with a very heavily rotated team, and then smashed Hull 5-0. A really, really good performance. An away draw at Middlesbrough is not a bad result. And then we beat Derby County in the fourth round of the Cup, 4-0. Very, very healthy result. Aston Villa away, 1-0 defeat, but they just came down from the Premier League, so they're a decent side. And our last game, we beat Barnsley pretty comfortably, 2-0. Today we're going to face Reading, who are fourth in the table, but are in a little bit of a sticky patch of form themselves. So hopefully we've got a good chance of a result. Of course, the winter transfer window has now slammed shut. Not a lot of movement that you guys don't already know about. So of course we went through the 5 new signings that we had lined up, the youngsters we were bringing in. All turned up. Jameson has been on international duty ever since. It's been like 6 weeks. So God knows where the hell he is. But we did bring in one other player. Mark Travers has come in from Bournemouth. You can see here a decent, solid goalkeeper. Backup option. But really, really good. Someone that I wouldn't mind having to throw into the team if we had to. In terms of the outs, Brandon Hanlon we knew was off to St Mirren. Gletzel has gone out on loan. Brad Young's a backup goalie, gone to Harrogate. Jamie Lindsay, another backup midfielder, gone to Salford. So nothing really very exciting happened, to be honest. So the table is looking pretty good, though. We are currently sat in second. Reading, who we're playing today, who were above us earlier in the season, have lost their last 2 games, which has allowed us to leapfrog them. Cardiff are hot on our heels, though, on the same amount of points, just a slightly worse goal difference. Some of our players are in great form, too. Conor Mahoney still leading the assist chart here with 12 this season. And you can see O'Leary in goal. 12 clean sheets. That's the second best record in the Championship. Going into our Reading game today then, this is how we're lining up. We're playing both Brown and Elanga today. They're on loan from Man Utd, so they'll be ineligible for the cup tie. So they're both going to play the full 90 minutes today unless there's any particular reason that they shouldn't. We'll go with a strong lineup though, pretty much as strong as we can. Minoga is playing at right back today because James Bree is injured. And one of our new signings, Zhang Likun, has kind of made this place in the team his own already. He's played 5 games since he's come in, scored 2, 1 assist, average rating just below 7, but he's a really good option. I think he's only going to develop the more we play him. Others that came in have also had minutes. João Santos has played a little bit, come off the bench a couple of times and started 1 game. Not set the world on fire yet, but he's only a youngster, isn't he, after all? And also Ken Bowry, who we got on a free from TNS. He's also played a little bit. Doing pretty well, but unfortunately he's got a little bit of a knock, so he misses out today. Let's get into the game. So here we are. Luton versus Reading. A game I'm hoping that we can get a decent result out of. Like I say, Reading have not been in the greatest of form recently, so you've got to fancy your chances as the home team. Opportunity here, though, for them. We clear it. Dewsbury Hall has lost the ball, though. That puts us under pressure. And has he given away a penalty? He has. Oh, my goodness. Chasing back, trying to rectify his mistake. And he's clattered into their player and bashed him to the ground. Luton with an opportunity to take the lead in the 7th minute. And they do. Brownhill scores the penalty. Okay, so that puts a slightly different perspective on things. Work to be done. Keeper just dived out the way of that, unfortunately. So, we're going to have to think about going a bit more attacking in this game. As we often do, particularly against the bigger teams anyway. We're starting with a fairly cautious mentality, hoping to soak up some early pressure. It seems to have served us pretty well that this season. Well, obviously it has. We're in second place in the league, which is completely unexpected. So we're obviously doing a little bit of something right, but not in this first half. We're half an hour in. We've only had one shot. Oh no, there we are. 2 shots, 1 on target now. But we certainly haven't been the better side, have we? Got about 10 minutes to go in the half. An attack starting here for Reading. Can we get in and take the ball off them? There we go. O'Leary with the ball at his feet now at the back. Clears it up to the left wing. Good ball from Ilanga into Mpanzu, but he's given the ball away now. Reading looking to build again. We pinch the ball once more. Lockyer with a lumpy old ball up towards Balogun. Finds Mahoney. He's through on goal. Oh, good save. That was a decent opportunity. Mahoney here looks like he's going to take a short corner to Ilanga. Swings it in, but headed clear. Dewsbury Hall picks up on the loose ball. Is the highlight going to continue? Here's Minoga. No, that's the end of that. Okay, well, at least we're finishing the half and on a bit of a brighter note than we were the first half. Let's demand more for the last few minutes of the half, though. Okay, corner here for Reading. Oh, nodded just over the top. And it certainly hasn't been plain sailing, has it? I think we need to get in and have a good chat with the boys here at half-time. A bit of a flea in their ear. So a few people are motivated, a few frustrated. I think I'm going to point the finger, though, and tell me everyone knows you can do better than this. I expect to see it in the second half. No impact on them whatsoever. Okay. So we're going to try and boost them with a little bit of positivity, ability to make a difference for us. Now we'll give it another 10 or 15 minutes, and then we'll start thinking about shifting the mentality forward a little bit more. Mahoney is looking tired. I've got to be a bit mindful of that because obviously I want him available for the Man United game, so we don't want him to be too tired. Ilanga here with an opportunity. We've scored! Okay. That didn't really look like a great opportunity. It's one of those ones that you normally sort of smash into the side netting or something. But Shangnikun here, into Dewsbury Hall. Mahoney coming in off his flank, finds Barrington Brown. Ball into Ilanga is decent, but he sneaks it in at the near post. Okay, so 1 apiece. It's a little bit better. See down their right side as well, their fullback is very, very tired. So that's something we can look to take advantage of. I think I might think about taking Mahoney off here and rest him a little bit. Maybe we'll see if there's any other tweaks we want to make. Give me a moment, I'll be back, and we'll see what we've done. So I've made a couple of changes in personnel. Santos has come on. We've moved him onto the left-hand side and switched Ilanga onto the right. So he's replacing Mahoney. And we've brought Berry into the middle of midfield to replace Mpanzu, who was struggling again a little bit for fitness. So we've not got that long left. What I think I'm going to do is I'm going to demand more, and I am going to push the mentality up to positive and see if we can push on a little bit in this last 10 minutes. Looks like we've had the better of the second half, but unfortunately not been able to turn that into goals. No highlights come in though, which is a bit disappointing. We're heading into 4 minutes of stoppage time. Are we going to see anything before the final whistle blows? It doesn't look like it. Okay, so that finishes up. Luton 1, Reading 1. And so it's on to Old Trafford for our FA Cup tie. We have had to make some changes to the team. As I mentioned, Ilanga and Brown are cup tied due to the fact that they play for Manchester United and are only on loan at us. So Devine comes in at left back, a very adequate replacement. And we've moved Balogun out to the left-hand side. And Glass is going to come up and play as a forward. Now, I've used Glass up there a couple of times this season when Balogun has been out of form. And he's done pretty well every time I've played him. So I'm expecting a decent performance out of him today. Mpanzu, unfortunately, picked up a dose of flu. So he's out. Morel is going to come in for him today. And unfortunately, James Bree hasn't quite made it back in time for the game. So Minoga continues to deputise at right back. So not exactly the first choice team I'd want out against a team like Manchester United, but we're going to go up there and give it a good go. So whatever happens today, this is going to be a decent day for Luton Town. I imagine the club coffers are going to be swelled by the gate receipts, etc. Man United, as you can see here from their formation, are a team absolutely full of stars. So in addition to players currently at United like De Gea, Maguire, Van der Beek, Rashford, Fernandes, Greenwood, they've also brought in David Alaba and a certain lad called Erling Haaland. I don't know if you've heard of him. So I'm expecting them to be fairly decent. I was kind of hoping that they wouldn't take it as seriously, seeing as they're only playing Luton. But it seems like they are, and there's that Haaland lad scoring in the 12th minute. So yeah, so I think they've pretty much put out the first choice 11. Which is slightly unfortunate for us. Because they're probably going to absolutely smash us all over the park. But there we are. I guess, if we want to be considered in the promotion hunt as we are currently, then we're going to be facing opposition like this next season potentially. So it'll be a good indication of just how much we need to strengthen should that promotion happen. Quite a lot, probably, is probably the answer, but we'll see. Anyway, another attack building here for United, knocking it about quite nicely up towards Bruno Fernandes. Good strong run there from Castrovilli, but the shot is easy enough for O'Leary to deal with. We're 20 minutes in, we're yet to register a shot. We've only got just over 30% possession. It's going to be a long old afternoon here, I fear. But still only 1-0 with 30 minutes gone. So as long as we can stay in the game, there's always a chance with sort of 20-25 minutes to go that we can take the shackles off a little bit and have a good old go at them. Whether we'll be too far behind by then will remain to be seen. Opportunity here. Rashford on the left. Greenwood, good block. Looks like the highlight's not over yet though, but another block there. Ball's out of play. We've survived that one. So they've had 14 shots to our 0 currently. Oh dear, oh dear. Here comes Rashford. Oh, good save by O'Leary. Keeps us in the game. Just a couple of minutes to go till half time. Hopefully we can hold out until then. Highlight ends there. So I think it's fair to say that in this first half we have not been the better side. I think we can all probably agree on that. But then I don't suppose any of us were expecting us to be, were we? So Mahoney is absolutely knackered, so that's something we're going to have to keep an eye on. But we're going to get in, and do you know what? We're actually going to point a finger and say, show me something else in the second half. We've motivated all the guys there, so we'll send them out. Mahoney, I think, is probably just going to have to come off in a couple of minutes. He's got the ball out here on the right-hand side, though. Can he make a telling contribution before we take him off? Nope. Gives the ball away. And here's that Haaland lad again. All by himself at the moment. That is never a penalty. How is that a penalty? Unbelievable. Proper Old Trafford referee in there. Bruno Fernandes. It's saved. O'Leary. Justice is done, I think, there. Bruno Fernandes doesn't miss many penalties, does he? And that's a great save, that one. So, but United building straight away. This is where they probably score right away, as soon as we've saved the pen. No, another block there. Don't give away another penalty, whatever you do. There's Haaland, disallowed for offside. Okay. Now Mahoney seems to be actually in slightly better condition than he was. His form is terrible, mind. He's on a 6.3. So, yeah, we might replace him anyway. Not just because he's knackered, but because he's not playing very well. Lockyer knocks it long up towards Glass. That's not the kind of ball he's going to win, unfortunately. Here comes Rashford. Another shot blocked. Haaland, he looked offside there again. He was. So, the second half has begun pretty much as the first half went. With United absolutely smashing us. Well, we've had a shot. Had 2 shots. Come on. We've got a chance of coming back into this game now. But I think it's probably time for me to make a couple of changes. Oh, let's wait for this highlight to go first. Astrovilli looks for Haaland in that channel. He wins the ball into Van der Beek. Another good block. It's Bruno Fernandes. Can we get in and clear this? Morel, good challenge. So there we are. So yeah, I am going to go and make a couple of changes. I'll be back in a moment. So we've made a couple of changes. You can see Santos has come on the left-hand side. So we've moved Balogun out to the right. Oh, disallowed again. Good, good. And we brought on young Ken Bowry. The first chance you have to see him in Luton colours since his move from TNS. So he's come on in midfield. And we've moved up to a positive mentality just to try and impact on the game a little bit more. I know it's undoubtedly going to leave us more exposed at the back, but we've got to try something to try and pinch a goal somewhere along the line. Cumetio here on the ball, finds Divine on the left, up to Santos. Back to Divine, finds a ball into Glass. Bowery gives it away, unfortunately. Haaland will chase onto this, I'm sure, like a steam train. But what a recovery tackle that was. Amazing stuff. Well, if he'd mistimed that, it would have put a penalty and a red card, undoubtedly. So that was an amazing challenge. There goes Balogun running down the right. Unfortunately, can't retain possession. 20 minutes to go. This is where we need to start doing something, but it doesn't look like we're going to. I don't know why we keep lumping these long balls. That's really not the way that we're asking them to play. Just asking them to play their kind of normal game, kind of counter-attacking. But, you know, by keeping the ball on the deck, working the ball into the box. Oh, what a good goal that is. Really intricate play on the edge of the box. And a very, very well struck, powerful effort. Oh, what are we doing here? Anyway, so we got about 15 to go. We might as well chuck the kitchen sink at it a little bit. Dewsbury Hall is tired. I think we might take him out, potentially, and bring another striker on. Just see how that goes. United building here, though. Chukwueze with a good, strong run. We've got in and pinched the ball, though. Here's Balogun. That's not a great ball forwards, though. Maguire to Aarons down the right-hand side. Great ball into Declan Rice. Oh, he should have scored there, shouldn't he? But didn't, thankfully. So let's come in and make this tactical change. So we're going to take Dewsbury Hall out. He's on a yellow card and he's absolutely blowing. So we're going to bring James Collins on up front. He can play as kind of a target man, I guess. And he'll get the ball into him. Hopefully we'll go a little bit more directly. Take off the work the ball into the box and let's just see what happens. I mean, it doesn't matter if we lose 4-0 at the end of the day, does it? We might as well give it a go. Here comes Balogun. Is he through on goal? It looks like he is. Oh, he's dragged it wide. That was our opportunity there. We could have been in for a really, really blockbuster last 10 minutes if he'd tucked that away, couldn't we? But it looks like it's just going to fizzle out here. We've been absolutely played off the park all day long, in fairness, so I can have no real complaints about the result if this is how it ends up. Got a bit of goalkeeping there by O'Leary, getting in front of Haaland to win the ball. Here comes Balogun. Oh, tried the ball in towards Collins, but couldn't quite get onto it. Oh, that's a great ball out from De Gea to Van der Beek. And there's Haaland through again. He's round the keeper this time. And that's a third goal for United. Really well taken. That's the sort of quality you pay probably best part of 100 million quid for, I would imagine. Great run. Completely outstrips our centre-halves. Thinks it round the keeper. And a very composed finish all round. We do have a kick-off highlight, though. So I wonder if anything exciting is going to happen from here. We've gone all the way back to the goalkeeper. So perhaps not. Who knows? Balogun gets on the ball. Into Collins. Can he finish? He can! I'm sure it's too little too late. But we've got a goal. So that's something. Balogun fought for the ball there. Won it really well. Great ball into Collins. And he tucked that away really nicely. A very neat finish. So we're heading into injury time. There's only 3 minutes of it. Of course, we're not going to get back into the game. And there we are. Final result. We're out of the FA Cup. We have lost 3-1 to Man Utd. But after those couple of games, obviously the Wembley dream is over for another season. But things aren't looking too bad for us in the league. So we're sat in third now. Reading have played one game more than us. They obviously picked up a point in that last game. West Ham are like 16 points clear of everyone, so no one's catching them now. A lot of teams around us, though, pretty close. So Cardiff, who we got coming up, I think, in our next game, actually. They're on the same points as us. Crystal Palace, 1 point behind. Birmingham, 3 points behind them. And then there's a bunch of clubs down here on 53 and 52 points who would all consider themselves in touching distance of the playoffs. So there's a lot to compete for. If we take a look at the schedule, so we just had that United game. We've got, Cardiff coming up next, so that's a big, big game. Blackburn, Fulham, so a bunch of kind of mid-table-y teams. Preston are up in 9th. There's no one that we really need to be too scared of, I don't think. So I think what we're probably going to do, play through a few more games, and we'll come back for one of these games around the sort of the middle of this last little bunch of games. We've got about a dozen games remaining in the Championship. Obviously, we'll be coming back towards the end of the season, depending on how well we're doing. But something, in this sort of Stoke, Swansea, West Brom area is probably where we're going to come back next. Well, I hope you enjoyed today's episode. A couple of ding-dong battles, really. Shame we couldn't pick up a win against Reading. Would have been nice, but they're a decent side. And of course, going to United, we were always likely to be on the end of a drubbing. 3-1, probably a fair result. Could have been worse, I suppose. But if you did enjoy it, please drop a like on there for me. And if you've got any comments about this episode or the series as a whole so far, I would love to see them in the comments section below. And of course, don't forget, hit that subscription button, set your notifications, come and hop on the Greenobus. It just remains for me to thank you for watching, and I will see you soon for more action with Luton Town. Bye for now.